Highway 16 leaves Smithers heading west. The first campground en route is Seeley Lake Provincial Park. The Hazelton Mountains and the sheer pyramid of Mount Roche Deboule form a dramatic backdrop, and Seeley Lake provides trout fishing, canoeing, and wildlife viewing. You'll also find a fascinating native legend about a mythological monster associated with Seeley Lake posted here. The tale was used to instruct children on the need to respect all of nature's creations, a lesson that is still timely today. At Seeley Lake, cutthroat and rainbow trout fishing is a peaceful experience, as there is car-top boat launching only. Seeley Lake Provincial Park provides 20 vehicle tent campsites. Facilities provided include water, firewood, pit toilets and a picnic day-use area. The campground is open from May to September and fees are collected during this time. Nearby is the Hazelton Historical Village and Museum. The village was originally called the Skeena Treasure House, and with good reason, judging from its rich display of totems, jewelry, and clothing. A museum in one of the longhouses honors the Gitxsan ancestors, who were graced with such abundance that they had time to beautify the items they carved for everyday use. 7 lovingly decorated longhouses are grouped together here at the confluence of the Skeena and Bulkley rivers. Several of the longhouses are open to visitors at no charge, while guided tours are offered of the Fireweed, Wolf, and Frog Clan houses for a small fee. Seeley Lake Provincial Park is located in northern British Columbia, 6 miles, 10 kilometers, west of Hazelton on Highway 16. Situated amidst a majestic landscape dominated by the 3,000-foot walls of the rugged Roche Deboule mountain range, Hazelton is a wonderful stop off the Yellowhead Highway for visitors traveling between Prince George and Prince Rupert. Named after the hazel bushes which paint the river-carved terraces, the towns of Hazelton, New Hazelton and South Hazelton are collectively known as the Hazeltons, and the totem pole capital of the world. The Hazelton area has nurtured Northwest Coast native cultures at Gitxsan for over 7,000 years, with the Gitxsan and Wet'suwet'en peoples always living here, where the Skeena River meets the Bulkley River. The Skeena River served as an ancient trade route, navigated by 60-foot cedar canoes traveling from the coast upriver to totem-filled villages with magical names like Temalaham, Gitanmax, and Kispioaks. First established by white settlers in 1866, Hazelton was the upriver terminus, from 1886 to 1913, for a fleet of stern wheelers which plied the wild rapids of the Skeena, bringing people and supplies to the nearby mines, farms and settlements. The largest community in northwest BC between 1890 and 1915, Hazelton was a vital center of activity for prospectors, traders, merchants, pack train operators and missionaries. A visit to the Hazeltons today is a journey into the historic heartland of northwest British Columbia. Old Town Hazelton still maintains a friendly pioneer town appearance, which harkens back to the days when shrill whistles signaled the arrival of riverboats and the accompanying boisterous revelry and frontier friendliness. The arrival of the steam train in 1914 eventually changed the nature of the town. The Hazeltons offer an unsurpassed combination of attractions, scenery, wilderness recreation, native culture, and trophy salmon and steelhead fishing, all handy to the communities with their array of services for the visitor. Hazelton Historical Village and Museum, a must-see in Hazelton, is one of the finest native heritage sites in Canada, the world-famous Hazelton Historical Village and Museum. 7 decorated tribal houses fronted with several elaborately carved totems stand silently on the banks of the Skeena and Bulkley rivers, telling the legends of the totem poles and portraying the lifestyles of generations of First Nations people that lived here long ago. See native carvers performing their craft and, when available, attend the Xan dancers' performance of local native dances. The troupe, which has toured both nationally and internationally, are most widely known for their performance of The Breath of Our Grandfathers, which interprets the highlights of the potlatch celebrations that were outlawed in 1884. Experience the award-winning, single-lane, Hagwilgit suspension bridge hovering over the deep gorge of Hagwilgit Canyon on the Bulkley River, a breathtaking setting and a fascinating sight to behold. Driving tour, Follow the Hands of History Tour, a self-guided, 110-kilometer, 15-plaque circle loop between Hazelton and Kitwanga, through the history and culture of the wilderness northwest. Walking tour, a walking tour of this authentic frontier community includes antique pioneer machinery displays, an original steam donkey, heritage sites, the Pioneer Museum, a riverboat replica, and the 100-year-old St. Peter's Anglican Church. Artifacts and old photographs at the Hazelton Pioneer Museum and Archives, located in the Hazelton District Public Library, reflect the odd mix of commerce and culture that existed in the boomtown era. Hazelton was a place of frenzied commercial activity and a bastion of Euro-Canadian religion and culture. These forces mixed with the rich traditions of the Gitxsan and Wet'suwet'en First Nations to form a truly unique wilderness society. Take a self-guided totem pole tour of neighboring Kispioks, Gitaniao, Gitwangak and Kitsquisa, over 50 standing totem poles located in 8 scenic native villages. River excursion, a guided riverboat excursion on the Skeena River allows the visitor to view the beautiful scenery and visit the local native villages and other interesting sites. Learn the story of the famed packer, Catalin, one of the greatest packers British Columbia has ever known. Born Jean-Jacques Cox in France around 1820, Catalin operated his pack of 60 mules well into his 70s, delivering an assortment of merchandise along the rugged wilderness routes of BC and the Yukon. His last days were spent in a log shack in Hazelton, his favorite camp along the vast trails he laboriously traversed. Fishing, fished the nearby Kispioks River, designated a trophy river by the province of British Columbia, and widely known for its world-class native steelhead trout. In addition to the finest steelhead fishing in all of North America, the Kispioks yields an abundance of coho salmon, rainbow, cutthroat and olivardin. Within half an hour's drive is excellent fishing in the Barbine, Bear, Bulkley, and Skeena rivers.